Your brain does not ask, "Do I need this?" It asks, "Will this make me feel better right now?" That tiny difference is how a pair of earbuds becomes a payment plan. You see a discount, a countdown timer, a message saying, "Only 2 left." And before you tap "Buy now," 4 psychological shortcuts have already started making the decision for you. But by the end, you'll have 3 questions that can interrupt the process before your card gets charged. You're scrolling when the earbuds appear. They look good. They have thousands of reviews, and today, they're 40% off. You do not yet know whether you need them, but you already know how buying them might feel. A little excitement, a little relief, the satisfaction of solving a problem you may not actually have. This is where present bias enters. Immediate rewards feel more powerful than future rewards, even when the future reward is objectively better. A smaller reward now can compete with a much larger reward later, because now receives extra weight in the decision. That is why a takeaway meal can beat meal prep, even when you already bought the ingredients. And it is why the pleasure of pressing buy can overpower the possibility of regretting the purchase next week. The product is not only being compared with your money, it is being compared with the feeling you want right now. And feelings are terrible accountants. The earbuds are in your basket. You tell yourself, "I'll think about it." Then you see the option, "Buy now, pay later." The price has not disappeared. It has simply been moved into the future. And future you often feels strangely separate from present you. Future you has to pay the bill. Future you has to explain the extra expense. Future you has to deal with the clutter. But present you gets the earbuds immediately. That distance matters. The person receiving the reward feels real. The person handling the consequences feels abstract. So before buying, ask, would I make the same decision if the full cost left my account today? If the answer is no, the payment plan may not be making the product affordable. It may only be making the consequence easier to ignore. You are still hesitating. Then the page changes. Only 2 left in stock. Now the question is no longer, do I want these? It becomes, what if I lose the chance to get them? Scarcity can make an object feel more valuable, even when the scarcity tells you nothing about its quality. Diamonds are expensive partly because they are scarce, but a scarce product is not automatically a good product. It may be rare because it is excellent. It may be rare because only 2 were ever made. Or the message may simply be designed to create pressure. The important part is this. Your brain often reacts to the signal before checking the evidence. The timer creates urgency. The low stock message creates fear. And fear of missing an opportunity can be stronger than the desire for the product itself. So ask yourself, if this disappeared tonight, would I still search for it tomorrow? If the answer is no, you may not want the product. You may only want to avoid losing the option to buy it. But scarcity is only half the trap. The next step is making the purchase feel safe. Because wanting something is not enough. You also need to believe that everyone else wants it too. You scroll down. 12,000 5-star reviews. Then you see a creator you follow wearing the same earbuds. Suddenly the product feels less like a gamble. This is social proof. When we lack complete information, other people's behaviour becomes evidence. If many people appear to approve of something, we often assume they know something we do not. That shortcut is useful sometimes. If everyone is running away from a building, you probably do not stop to inspect the architecture. But online, the crowd is different. The reviews may be genuine, incentivized, outdated, or impossible to verify. The creator may love the product, or they may simply have been paid to promote it. The number of reviews can tell you how much activity surrounds a product. It cannot automatically tell you whether the product is right for you. 12,000 people can say the earbuds are excellent. They still cannot answer one question. Will they solve your specific problem? The crowd can provide information. It cannot make the decision for you. You buy the earbuds. A week later, the case feels cheap. The sound is fine, but not impressive. A small voice says, maybe I should return them. Then another voice answers, but I already spent the money. So you buy a case, then a cleaning kit, then an extended warranty. This is the sunk cost effect. Once money, time, or effort has been spent, people often feel pressure to continue, not because continuing is the best choice, but because stopping would force them to admit that the original decision may have been poor. But the money is already gone. The relevant question is not, how much have I already spent? It is, if I did not own this today, would I buy it now? If the answer is no, the previous purchase should not control the next one. You are not upgrading the earbuds, you are upgrading the story that buying them was smart. And that is how one impulsive decision becomes a chain of smaller decisions designed to defend it. The most effective shopping interfaces do not always rely on one psychological cue. They combine several. The discount gives you a reward. The countdown timer creates urgency. The low stock message creates scarcity. The reviews create confidence. The one-tap checkout removes friction. And after you buy, the complete your setup offer uses your existing purchase to make another purchase feel reasonable. None of these cues has to force you. They only have to reduce the amount of time you spend questioning the decision. That is the real advantage of frictionless shopping. There is less time between, "This looks interesting," and "Your order has been confirmed." You did not necessarily lose to one trick. You may have encountered several small pressures at exactly the moment your attention was weakest. So how do you interrupt the process? Before buying, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Am I excited or am I scared? Excitement can be a genuine signal that you value the product. Fear of missing out is pressure. Those feelings can look similar, but they are not the same. 2. Will I still want this in a week? If the desire disappears when the timer does, you may be buying the moment rather than the product. Put it in your basket, close the page, come back later. A real need usually survives a pause. 3. What specific problem will this solve? Not, it would be nice to have. What problem will it solve? What will you use instead? How often will you use it? If you cannot answer clearly, the purchase may be driven by emotion rather than utility. And if the product is genuinely right for you, waiting will not make it less right. You do not need perfect self-control. You need a slower decision. Put time between the feeling and the payment. Let the discount expire. Let the timer reach 0. Let the crowd keep shouting. Then ask whether you still want the product when nobody is rushing you. Because the goal is not to stop buying. It is to stop urgency, fear, and excitement from buying on your behalf. Your money should be spent by you, not by the version of you that wanted to feel better for 30 seconds.